Hi there, thanks for joining us. It is well known that Canada's immigration system favors younger people who are educated and high skilled. But what do you do if you are over the age of 35 and you want to move to Canada with your family? In this video, we'll be exploring some of the options that would be available to you in order for you to move to Canada. And so, as always, do remember to hit the subscribe button and to check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis and I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer, and I help skilled workers who are already inside Canada and those who are outside Canada. I help them to become Canadian permanent residents without having to deal with all of the complicated immigration forms that are part of that process. Now, generally speaking, Canada's immigration program is managed by the federal government, and many people who've become Canadian permanent residents have been able to do so by applying under one of the federally managed programs. And the most popular program, federal program, is the Canadian Federal Skilled Worker Program. One of the requirements for persons to qualify to apply for this program is that you must have accumulated a certain number of points to allow for you to be put into a pool of eligible applicants. This pool of eligible applicants is referred to as the Express Entry Pool. And then the Government of Canada, every 2 weeks or so, goes and pulls the names of the persons with the highest number of points from that pool and invites them to apply to become Canadian permanent residents. The important thing is that it is the persons who have the highest number of accumulated points who get pulled from the pool. And you are only able to accumulate points based on certain factors. These factors include things such as your number of years of experience in a particular job type, things like the level of education that you have. Typically, at least a university degree is going to be required. It also takes into consideration things like your ability and your performance on either an English language test or a French language test. And critically important, it takes into consideration your age at the time you apply. And so persons who are on the younger end of the spectrum, persons who are in the 25 to 34 age range, those persons are likely to benefit more than persons who are 35 years and over. So persons accumulate points based on those factors. And what that means, therefore, is that if you are somebody who is over the age of 35 and you are wanting to move to Canada as a permanent resident with your family, then the Federal Skilled Worker Program becomes less of an option. And what we advise clients to do in those situations is to look at an alternative option, which is to have one of the spouses. So if you're a family that's looking to move here, then one of the spouses may want to apply at one of our colleges or universities for admission into one of the programs. Ideally, it would be good if this is going to be a 1 or even better, a 2-year program. And once you are accepted into this program, you qualify for a Canadian study permit. The beautiful thing is that the accompanying spouse, the spouse who's going to be accompanying you to Canada, would then become eligible for what's known as an open spousal work permit, which would allow that spouse to work in Canada with any employer anywhere in Canada for the duration of time that you are going to be studying on your study permit. All right, and that's a good way to transition. In addition to that, after completing your own studies in Canada, you then become eligible for what's known as a postgraduate work permit, which would allow you to work in Canada. And also important is that as the spouse of a postgraduate work permit holder, you too would be eligible to apply for a spousal work permit. In addition, your children, assuming that they're going to be under the age of 18, they would be eligible to study in Canada as Canada's immigration laws allow for children of work permit holders, eligible work permit holders, to attend school at no extra cost, provided they're not going to be attending college or university. And so this is then going to be a much more viable option for persons whose age would otherwise be a hindrance in allowing them to become Canadian permanent residents. I hope you found this useful, and as always, do remember to hit the subscribe button and to check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com.